Today I'm going to make some cookie butter ice cream sandwiches using these Biscoff cookies. I found a recipe on a website from Teak in Time, and their recipe looked really delicious. I did tweak it ever so slightly, but I got the idea from Teak in Time, so thank you to whoever they are. Anyways, I have an 8x8 baking dish that I lined with parchment paper, and then I'm going to put the Biscoff cookies down, covering the bottom. And then in my bowl that I did have in the freezer for about an hour, I put in 16 ounces of heavy whipping cream and about a tablespoon or so of vanilla. And I'm going to whip this until it starts turning into whipped cream. And then I'm going to add in about a tablespoon and a half of powdered sugar. I don't want to sweeten it too much, but I do want to give it a little bit of sweetness. And then once it starts forming stiff peaks, I'm going to drizzle in some melted cookie butter, and I'm just going to give that a mix rather, so it's all combined, and then I'm just going to scoop that all onto the cookies and spread it out as best as I can. And then once I have all of the bottom layer cookies covered, I will put another layer on top. And this is such a simple thing to make, but it is going to be so delicious. And you want to make sure you press those top cookies down into that mixture. Press them down in there so when it freezes, they're really stuck in there well. And then I'm going to take off the clips, I don't need those, and I'm going to cover this with 2 layers of plastic, and I'm going to put this in the freezer for, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours or so. And then when I'm ready to serve it, I'm just going to grab the edges of the parchment paper and lift them out of the pan, and then use a very sharp knife and cut squares, however big you want. And this is so good. I wasn't sure how it would be, but it is so delicious, and it's not overly sweet. Definitely give this a try. Enjoy!